was asked for the graduation celebration to reflect on my Ashford experience, and what I said was this. I was never I was nervous going back to school after 15 years. The Ashford team made my experience awesome. This was my first time learning in an online environment, and they made my educational experience enjoyable. I'm going to miss everything except homework. Thanks for motivating me and pushing me to be great. What I didn't know is that they would put my words on the TV screen during the celebration. What an awesome gesture. My reflection. This is a bad week for me. If I had to admit what my challenges are, I have to start with my anxiety. I've never had anxiety or struggled with getting things done. I started having anxiety around my third course during this program. The reason for my anxiety, oddly, has been due to my success during the program. I know it sounds odd, however, I've never done this well in school during any level of education beyond the ninth grade. I find myself with one course to go, and I'm not necessarily afraid to fail, but I don't want to come this far and not finish strong. It's like a kicker with the opportunity to kick a field goal to win a Super Bowl, or a basketball player hitting 2 free throws to win with no time on the clock. I'm ready to excel, but I'm still nervous as hell. This course gave us an opportunity to go back and revise some of our previous work. It was also a refresher, and it was good to go back, look at all of the hard work that we put in over the last 2 years. Wow, does time fly. I'm excited to have an opportunity to obtain my second master's degree. I decided to go back to school and get my degree. First, because like Scott, my company was paying for my tuition. And second, I wanted to advance my skills as a trainer. I wanted to learn more about adult learning principles and how to be successful with teaching and learning using technology. What sparked my interest was an online business leadership course that I took at Shaw Business Academy. I thought it was cool that the instructor was halfway across the globe teaching to hundreds of people about leadership principles in business. I found it intriguing. However, I knew that I wasn't ready to embark in a role like that. There was a lot that I needed to learn about teaching webinars and developing course content. I really enjoy all my time here at Ashford, and I must admit, I am completely burned out and very tired of doing homework 5 days a week. I was traveling so much for work, it was very difficult for me to sit down and get my homework done in one take. This course came at the perfect time because my current role has changed and I no longer travel as much as I used to when I first started school. When I first started school, I was traveling 14 to 16 days out of the month. I made it work though. I also had to constantly request additional time to turn in homework and apologize frequently for turning in work late. I almost gave up twice. It was hard for me to quit because I was learning so much and I was doing so well, and I wanted to be a great example for my 2 boys. One thing that I found that was fascinating was how what I was learning in school was helping me as a trainer as I went through this program. I was learning about how to structure my presentations and the importance of using various tools to engage learners with different learning preferences. I used to get offended when I would do a live workshop and I had learners not taking notes because I'm a heavy note taker. So because I have a really bad short-term memory, I have to write notes. So it made me feel like they weren't paying attention, but from my studies that I learned that they didn't have a learning preference that was read-write. They were kinesthetic and visual learners who needed more live activities to learn the content. My live classes became fun. I created Family Feud PowerPoint games. I had game buzzers, flip charts. I would throw a ball around the room for icebreaker games. I really pushed myself to respect how everyone learned and use what I learned at school to keep them engaged in my classes. The program learning outcomes, number 3, 6, and 7, is by far the most impactful learning outcomes that have impacted my professional career as a trainer. I'm a numbers guy, so I can take a look at a store's performance data and tell you exactly what type of training they need to improve their performance. I'm humbled by this educational experience, and I made a commitment to myself that even though I'm not looking to leave my organization, I will definitely use the knowledge and skills that I've obtained to help others. In the course that I created using course sites, my course expectations for my learners included an acronym using the word GREAT. I asked my learners the following. G, give time and effort to developing your craft as a sales professional. R, rely on your resources when you're unsure how to complete an assignment. E, earn your grade. Greatness comes to those who have the will and not just the skill. A, anticipate success. Believe in yourself and have confidence in your ability to succeed. And then T, transfer what you learn into what you do. Applied knowledge is the key to a successful sales career. My goal with anything that I do is to try to get the best out of people. I want to be great at everything I do, and I want the same for the people that I train and teach. One thing that I will remember about this educational experience is the time I spent in the discussion forums. My peers didn't know it, but the level of writing skills that they exemplified week in and week out really pushed me to work hard to write detailed and thought-provoking posts. It took me a couple bad posts before I finally got the hang of writing well-thought-out posts. One classmate that stands out in particular is a lady by the name of Joy Timmons. Joy was always first to post her discussions, and she would have 3 or 4 cited references every time, and her responses were very helpful as well. Jeremy was the same in our last class. And Scott, you have been awesome with your participation in the discussion posts. I salute you. Dr. Warren and Dr. Miller pushed me through because it was during their courses in which I had a lot of heavy travel, and I was always upset because I was turning in work late, and I was afraid that it was going to affect my grade. They really helped keep my confidence up during this educational journey. Now, 2 professors that really scared me because of the late work policy were Dr. Allen and Dr. Pressey. I was intimidated the first week of class, and I think it was more because of my anxiety. I didn't want to fail because I was so close to the finish line. I know there's times when I had to travel and possibly turn in work late, and I didn't want to use my job as an excuse for my delayed work. One thing I can say is Dr. Allen and Dr. Pressey by far has been the most influential from a feedback standpoint, and they both helped me ease my anxiety by letting me know that I was doing a good job and to keep up the good work. They both had very quick turnaround times in grading assignments, and always provided me links to support my work so that I could gain more insight on whatever subject that I was submitting my work on. It was false fear, but like I said, I've never done this well in school, and even though we have roughly 4 days left, I'm still shaking in my boots because I don't know what to expect. My wife tries her best to keep encouraging me to not worry so much, but I just can't help it. I just want to be great and finish strong. It will definitely be a breath of fresh air when I've completed this program. I'm currently still working on my draft for the discussion. My challenge thus far has been designing of the website portfolio that I want to create. I know I'm overthinking it and I need to keep it simple, but I want this to be something that I can use beyond this program. So I'm trying to put a little more thought into how I want to design my portfolio. I want to be great, and I want every single piece of work that I turn in to be great as well. I feel defeated when my work isn't up to par, and I put a lot of pressure on myself to turn in quality work. This is my final project, and I'm going to make sure it's the best piece of work that I've done throughout this program. Thanks for viewing my reflection. Be great, everyone.